This video is to help you to be able to share your unit plan template with your group members. You start by going to Assignments and then Project Information. Notice the template here. Just right click, open it in a new window. Once it has been downloaded, go ahead and open it. You're going to copy this template. So go ahead and copy it from top all the way to the bottom. Don't forget to make sure everything is highlighted. Okay. Now, copy. Select, right click and select copy. Now what you're going to do is minimize the screen so that you can get back to your Blackboard page. And you're going to go to the ASU logo, the black and gold here in the top left. Right click that and open it in a new window. This will take you to the ASU main home page. Go to Email. And notice that this is information for students concerning email. Okay. This is going to tell you how to find your ASU email if you're not familiar with that. And you'll notice that I'm highlighting that your ASU email will be the first initial of your first name, your last full name, last four of your campus-wide ID at myasu.alasu.edu. So if you notice down there in yellow, it's going to be highlighted. The example. Your password will be your full campus-wide ID. So we're going to go to current student login, and when it says current student login, I'm already logged in, but you will put in that email and for your login, and then your password with your full campus-wide ID. That will allow you to log into your ASU Gmail account. All students have the ASU Gmail. Okay. Once you're logged in, this is your email page. Notice all the squares. There are 9 squares here. These are your apps. So click on Apps, and you'll go to Drive. This is where the SharePerson will go to Create, and you're going to create a new document. Okay. Once you create the new document, I've opened up my screen. I'm going to simply paste the template that I already copied. I'm going to just paste that here. Notice. Okay. Now that it's pasted, the entire thing, let me check and make sure it's all here. It's ready for me to share it. So I'm going to go to my group members. I went to announcements, and I've already placed in announcement your group. So if you're not sure who your group members are, you can go down and find where it says groups and everyone that's in your group. Why is this important? Because it's important for you to know who you're going to share the template with. So once I found who's in my group, I notice that I am the share person. It lists the names of all of my group members. I'm going to use this information to share that template with everyone. Remember, each person at Alabama State University has their own, each student, their own Gmail account. So now I'm going to go back to my template and I'm going to the top right. Well, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put my group, my name in the first column, since I know who's all in my group. Now, each person will put their own name in their column, but this is just for sample purposes. So, since I know everyone that's in my group, each person will put their own name in their own column. And this is the column they will work with throughout the course of this semester. So you'll fill out your classification information, major area of study, school, which is Alabama State University, Montgomery, Alabama. Notice unit title, which this is going to be something that we decide as a group. So now I'm going to go to I'm ready to share. I'm going to name the document, my group number, so group 1 sample, and I'm going to save it. Notice that the option should be everyone can edit, and now I'm ready to share. So now that I know who my students are in my group, start typing in their name and their email should pop up. You're only going to use the ASU Gmail, so it should be their first initial of their first name, last full name, last 4 of campus-wide ID. And so I just type in, once the first name come up, I type in the second name, it comes up, etc. Type in the next name. Once I've typed in everyone's name in my group, okay, including the teacher, so you can't forget me, sboykin@alasu.edu, so don't forget to share it with me as well. Once I'm done, it's important also to make sure that when you share, it's not private, that it's open to the public. So your share option should be open to public, not private, not just ASU. Once you hit share, each person in that group can then go back to once they log into their ASU Gmail, they can open up the same shared template, and it would have the information that each person writes. What's so nice about this feature is we can all see each other's information. And if I put something in a certain column, for example, my targeted content standards, I can put that there and everybody can see that. To get my standards, of course, I'll go to ALEX. It's basically the Alabama Learning Exchange for the state of Alabama. It lets us know what standards are required for us as teachers for K-12. And so I will simply go to that website, go to course of study, and find out what standards I'm required to teach for the school year. So if you notice, this is the Alabama Learning Exchange. And that's written here. I'm going to go down to course of study, my subject area, choose it. You also need to know your technology standards, so that's under technology education. So I'm going to 5th grade. For science, it gives me a list of how many standards, which are 11 for 5th grade. So I will be required to teach 11 standards for the course of the school year. Okay? Once I've decided on what standard I want to teach to, this is going to help me and my group to decide on my unit theme. And every single assignment should be based on these standards. Okay, so I'll simply just choose the standard I'm going to use for this particular assignment, copy it, go back to my template, and paste it. Okay, Now, keep in mind that each standard has a standard number. It's very important that you include that number along with the standard. So if you're needing to go back, or if someone wants to find out, well, which standard are you teaching, you have that number, so it's easy to refer to that standard number 1, or standard number 8, or standard number 11. For the technology standard, all you simply need to know is the grade level. So since we are in the 3-5 section, you'll simply go to technology education, grades 3-5, copy the standard that you are going to be teaching. Under technology standards, make sure you put that subtitle on your unit plan, technology standards. And then again, you're going to just paste that standard like so. Okay, it's nice if you kind of offset it by underlining your technology standards, so it just makes it look easy to find. All right, for the section that says student objective learning outcome, you're going to look in the first column. It'll give you the instructions on how to write your objectives. And we've learned about the ABCD format of well-written lesson plans, okay, and objectives. And so we're going to follow that same format, A for audience, and you should be able to identify, so it shows that it's measurable. So your audience, A for audience, you're identifying who students, you're identifying the behavior that they're going to demonstrate, you're identifying under what condition, as well as the degree of mastery. And this is very important so that you know that you have taught the standard to mastery before you move on to a new standard. Okay? Instructional procedures schedule is the section that I have already provided for you a tutorial on how to complete this section. Remember, you're only completing 5 days of instructional procedures, and now will be a great time, if you have questions on that, to refer to the other tutorial. Thank you.